Hello, everybody. Scott, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm kind of okay. I let's just say I've had better days. Yeah, that's
Yeah, me too. And we've talked backstage, but we are grounded. We're taking deep breaths and we're here for each other. So that's what's important.
it is. And I just want to say for anybody that looks at me and goes, "Oh my gosh, what is wrong with her?" I just came from the dermatologist and I had some pre-cancer stuff on my nose up here, so it's a little bit swollen and a little bit red. So if you see it, that's what it is. And so he just froze it froze it off and whatnot. But everything's fine, and yeah, like Scott said, we are here, we are grounded and excited to be with everybody.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Oh, Becky, thank you. Well, let's say hello to some people. Annie Bear is here. Oh my gosh, wishing you a wonderful show. Thank you so much, Annie. That's so kind. And Jackie is in the house. She
Yes.
is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She has your back.
Yeah.
And Aditi,
Right. You got it.
Aditi, hello. Thank you for being here. Hi, Scott and Kelly. And I've got your questions, and I will when I get done with this, I will read off everybody's questions that we have, and we have Mira. Hello, thank you for being here. We have your question too. And Annie, hello. Hi, friends. Thank you for being here. I love your picture. That's so cool. And I need to start that one. The sunshine fee. Oh, I like that. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Doing good. Thank you. And Joe, hello.
Hi, Jolie.
And Liz and is here. Hi, Liz. Thank you for being here tonight. Oh, it's okay, Liz. I'm glad they caught it. I'm glad they caught it. And it was my
Yeah, me
angels and
too.
guides that were kind of on me. They're like, you got to go to the dermatologist. You got to go to the dermatologist. Julie, hello. Thank you, beautiful, for being here. And Shining Love, Light, Truth is here. Hello, thank you. Amy, hello. Thank you for
Amy.
being here. And Becky, you're so kind, Becky. Thank you. And Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Are you serious, Kelly? You just had this sick on your nose too?
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
gosh. That's I'm so proud of you for going in and getting it done. And so, that's I debated whether I would say anything, and I thought, you know what, if it just maybe triggers something in somebody to maybe think that maybe they should go to the dermatologist,
Yeah.
that's and so I thought, and then besides my nose is all red.
Because
Um,
you were concerned about other things that didn't end up being
yeah,
cancer, and then it was that.
yeah. He's like, yeah, no, that's fine, and I'm like, okay. Eve, hello. Thank you for being here. Shining love, light, truth. I gotcha. Okay, let me see. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. Oh, Eve, I want to give a testimonial to Scott's recent reading to me about Seven Swords. Yes, I did notice some deception from two of my friends. Actually, I had to put firm boundaries on them both. Sorry,
No,
but high five to Scott. He's an amazing reader.
no.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eve, for sharing that.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have the heads up to know. And
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with boundaries. And sometimes they just need to be a little bit tighter, firmer, whatever. Yep, we've got the fair skin, don't we, Kelly?
Yeah.
I love your name, Pie. I love it.
Pi 1984, one of my favorite years.
Yeah.
Hey, Pi.
And Eve says it made me very sad that they didn't even. Oh, I am so sorry. Sending you so much love. That's what hurts the most is when they don't show any remorse for what they've done. However, sometimes it's the way we need to see it in order to put those boundaries in place. It just stinks though.
Yeah, it does.
And Liz says 2 thumbs up for Scott.
Thank you, Liz.
And Bella, I got you.
Bella.
Yes, 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 yes. Manifestation, manifestation. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too, Kelly. And Harley is here. Hello, Harley. Thank you for being here. And you're right, Eve, people can be deceiving. Tanya, hello. Thank you for being here. I don't know why it's not wanting to.
There you go.
There it is. And Mere Dragon. Oh, that's Jackie. Mere Dragon, hello. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Mirror Dragon.
Yes, the nudges from spirit can help us with how we feel in our boundaries. So true. Okay. Okay, so I got everybody starred. I am going to go in and let everybody know. Time-wise, I'm just saying we might not have time for everybody, but we're gonna try our best. I have Aditi. Is that Aditi? Aditi, I have you. Aditi and Mira, I have you. Annie, I have you. Shining Love, Light Truth. Bella, Christine, Eve, Tanya. I think that's it. That's. If I've missed anybody, if you could just let me know.
Harley just put one in. It's the very last comment.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Harley. I got you. I got you. And why don't we, are you ready? Should we get started?
Yeah, sure. I just want to thank Christine for her donation too.
Yep, and we'll start out with Christine.
Okay. Whatever you want to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not driving today, so you get to make the hard decisions.
Christine says, can I have a general as to career management and taking my state boards?
Ooh. Oh, hi, Kate. Empress of Tarot 01 says she thinks she got skipped.
Liz, I didn't, but I got you. And
not Liz, it's Empress of Tarot.
Oh, got it. I got skipped. Thank you for letting me know. I starred that. I'm going to go back and see if I can find.
It's at 5:03, Kelly.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
You're
I'm at
welcome.
5:05. I'm almost there. 5:04. 5:03. Yes, got it. Perfect.
And
Thank
you have
you.
at 5:04 Liz as well.
I
5:04 Liz and all.
5:04 right there. Got it. And I am just going to say, just because I don't want to disappoint people, I am going to say questions are closed, because yeah, I don't want anybody to be disappointed. And we're going to try our best to do, but we are going to keep it at an hour because I've had a big day. Scott's had a big day, and
Yeah.
keep it at an hour.
Yeah. Hi, Garnet.
And you go ahead whenever you're ready. And
Okay.
I'm not going to do the fancy stuff like you do, going back and forth. So it's all.
Oh, no problem. Well, hey, Christine. So, can I get a general as to career management, taking my state boards? I've got the Serenity card, and this is the Hermit, and in this deck. So, this is just telling me that um, you need to study a lot for it if you can. Go on the internet, find out what you need to know, and you know, study if it's something that you want to pursue. You've got the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is clarity and be seeing clearly. So I think you will soon see that it's a good idea. I think I've read on this before, and I think I'm getting the same things, and I am. Just looking at this, Six of Wands is victory. So you've got victory coming in, and there's something hidden. Can you see that face? There's a face right there.
Oh yeah.
There's something hidden that is actually going to help you out. So you've got somebody on the other side who's watching out over you and going to bring in some help for you about these state boards. You got the stars, you got healing and hope. And you can ask Archangel Raphael to come in, bring a green crystal with you. I am the true nerd and hermit, you said. Me too. And then you got the King of Crystals, which is the King of Pentacles. So just make sure you know that you can achieve anything if you work hard enough and manifest it. And that's how he gets what he has. He has all the money that he needs, and it's because he's manifested. So if you think that'll be, something that you want to manifest, I would say go for it. Real quick, I've got the Heart of the Warrior, not warrior. It says fearlessly face the trials of destiny. So to me, this is fearlessly face your test. Then you got authority, be self-confident. You bring your jade crystal, awesome. Be self-confident. And then you got strength. So I really think that you got this. You got inner strength here. And it's the first thing it says is I trust myself. So that's what I got, Christine.
I love that. Thank you, Scott. She says I'm a true nerd and hermit, and high five to that. I am too, Christine.
Me too.
And hi, Garnett. Thank you for being here. And Christine, I got helpful people, and so what I'm picking up on that too is it could be people that you study with, or I'm getting that it could be even like AI, that it could be you're asking AI for some assistance in studying and helping you prep and plan for the tests. And then, like Scott said, you definitely do need to study. I got be assertive, and so I think you do gotta hunker down and study. But when Scott was talking, I kept hearing yes, 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 yes. So I get that you're gonna pass. I did pull weight, and then right behind weight, I got within a few weeks. So there might be a little bit of a delay there, but I got in a couple weeks, and so I'm not sure what class it is. However, if there are people that you can team up with, or even going online and using AI for some help to study notes, I think would be great. Nivra, the questions are closed, but I starred you just in case if there's time. So I gotcha. Okay. Aditi, I have a general guidance reading, and then you asked another one, and so we're just going to kind of combine the two. What lessons from my past I need to learn to have a fulfilling life ahead? So they do kind of we'll incorporate both of those.
Well, I'll get really good cards for you, Aditi. I've got the Ace of Wands, and this is a new opportunity. So new things that are coming in for you. Let me see what that other question was real quick here. Lessons from the past, I would say just to move on, and make sure that you are, not carrying things with you, not getting down on yourself about things in the past. You've learned that before, so just keep. Unfortunately, it's something we have to learn kind of over and over again. So learn not to take things with you, okay, that is holding you back. Instead, let that stuff go. And then you got the Ace of Pentacles. So you got two aces in a row, which to me is starting anew. So again, let go of the past and start right where you're at. I think you got new materialistic things coming in and new passion coming in too. Then you got the Ten of Swords. And while this doesn't look like the best of cards, it is a good card, because even though you may feel ruined and feel like, that the past is kind of sticking you in the back, just know that there's always a sunrise in this card. So the sun is rising and it's going to shine on you. And that means a new beginning, a new day. Okay, so a new dawn, a new day. Good things are coming in for you. The 10 wraps around to the Ace of Swords. So that's technically three aces you got. Then you got natural growth. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I share my love with all who accept it. I embody compassion and kindness. Yes, you're just naturally have grown. So try to focus on that, focus on the present and not the past as much. Learn your lessons and then get out of there, because I've got that you can do things for yourself right now. Okay, so without necessarily revisiting the past for a long period of time, we do need to revisit it a little bit. And that's what you got here with Spider Woman. So That's literally the title of the card, is Spider Woman. And you just, the webs that you have weaved, you learn from them, and the rest you throw away. And you just keep going. Okay. So that's going to bring you, I think, a fulfilling life ahead. That's what I got, Kelly.
Oh, thank you, Scott. I get, I, if there's moments in time and that and this could have been a conditioning from your family and growing up, where they didn't want to address issues, so they would just pretend like issues didn't happen, and just go about their day, because addressing issues made everybody feel uncomfortable. I get that it's important for you to let go of that pattern of not speaking up and just letting people get away with what they have done, and to speak up and say, you know what, no, that wasn't cool, or and calling people out on stuff, and no more like sweeping it under the rug, addressing it. And I also get that it's really important, and this is a good one for many of us, but I get it for you, that it's important to be able to be comfortable in saying no, without any explanation. Just, you know what, I know is no, and no, I don't feel like coming, I don't feel like doing that, it's no. I do feel like trauma from your past that has come up, that you're working through it, and you're really healing from a lot of it. And I don't know if you've changed your diet, and just your well-being, because I'm getting that your health is on is getting better. So I don't know if you've changed eating habits and are eating better, but I feel like you've learned a lot from the past, and that either you've started eating better, or you're thinking about it and you're making better choices and creating better healthy habits. And I pulled self-regulation, and this is a good one. However, it can be hard at times with things that just pop up in our personal life, and then things going on in the collective. But self-regulation, and then facing your fears. And this is one that maybe you've been working on too. If not, this is just that little friendly reminder that, to choose love over fear, and faith, to choose faith over fear. And then lastly, I got surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard times and the easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. So finding the joy in everything. So I hope that helps you. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay, Annie. I would like a reading on whatever message that comes up for me for the 4th of April. Please and thank you both. You're so welcome, Annie.
And thank you for your donation, Annie. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes, thank you. I didn't see it come through, but yeah. Thank you, Annie.
Okay, so for the 4th of April, I've got the King of Cups. So this is telling me you need equanimity for the 4th of April. What is equanimity? It is emotional balance. So filtering your truth out of love with your words and your actions is the best way to do that. So if you're having emotional balance, that's just going to help you there. And then you got the High Priestess. You got the King of Cups, which is a pretty major card, plus two other majors. The High Priestess is guidance, kind of observing. So before you go in and start making a bunch of decisions on April 4th, make sure that you are seeking guidance and observing and keeping a list in your head and of things that you want to do and things that you don't want to do. Then you got the Death card. As you know, this is not a literal death. It looks pretty creepy there, but it is not a literal death. This is you letting go of something that you need to let go of. So there's something that needs to be let go of on the 4th of April. I think you know what it is. It's that first nudge that you get. You also got Life Force. And it says, I transmute and clear all trauma from my cells and DNA from all time, space, dimensions, and realities. I anchor my soul into being. So you just be that anchor for yourself. And then the last one I got is it's a perfect fit. So something's going to go well. You're meant to be here. So you're meant to be where you're going. I don't know what the circumstance is, but I think it's going to work out really well for you. And that's what I got for you.
Annie, and this is by no means to instill fear, but I got slow down. Slow down. And what I'm really picking up. So if you're going to be out on the road on the 4th, just I personally would just make a note to use extra caution on the 4th, and just watch your speed too. And it can also be, if you in the store, just paying extra attention, have your head on swivel, and watching out for the other person. I got surrender to inner peace, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in a quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. I really feel like it could be maybe a little bit of an emotional day on the 4th. I don't know if you picked the 4th for a special reason, but I do feel like it could be maybe some high emotions on the 4th. So just to use extra self-care and just really factoring in that piece. Because I pulled power struggle. So I don't know if it'll be somebody that you come in contact with, or if it already has been, or if it happens on the 4th or they're close to it. But it says, control the influences are being tested. Be mindful of who holds the power in the situation. You're leading with integrity, or are you being led by someone else's agenda? So just there again, paying attention to the people around you and paying attention to their motives and if they're controlling, I would pay attention to that too. I feel like really pay attention to your dreams now until then, because I feel like you're getting some really good messages coming through. And if you have pets on the other side, you could be getting some visits and some dreams of them too. I hope that helps.
Thank you, Annie.
Shining love, light, truth, you are up. So we have shining love, light, truth. If you're here, let us know. And then Bella, if you're here, let us know. And then Eve, Tanya, Harley, Liz, and Empress. And then Nivra, I got you if we've got time here, which we're cooking along. Okay. And Shine Light
Kelly,
Truth. Yeah.
oh, dude, maybe you're gonna say the same thing. I see Shining Love Truth wants to donate on your channel. How do they do that? Do you have PayPal or anything that they can do?
Oh, yeah. I have Venmo. That I think the link is on my bio page. It's just it's Calihealer on my Venmo.
Awesome.
So shine. Oh, thank you, Scott. And so shine light truth. Let's get you going here. Sure. Okay. And then Bella, if you're here, if you could let us know.
Hi, Cheryl.
I would love to know any message, please. Absolutely.
Okay, Shining Love. The first card I got for you is the Ten of Swords, and again, this looks really a lot worse than it is. It's the end of something, the end of a cycle. So you see the swords are kind of stabbing them in the back, but interesting enough, there's no blood. There's no blood because the swords aren't real. They're false evidence appearing real. So you can change that into a new beginning. There's always a sunrise in the Ten of Swords, or there should be. And there it is right there. You're going to a new dawn, a new day, because you've got the Sun card. And this is, one of the best cards, arguably, that you can get in the tarot. This is vitality and joy and success. And then you got the Fool, which I love. This Fool is one of the reasons I got this deck. See the dog tripping on the stockings there, trying to hold back the Fool from jumping off the cliff. This, though, is not you being a fool, is you making a decision to take a risk. So if you have an opportunity to take a risk, I say go for it, as long as it doesn't hurt you or anybody else. Okay. But no risk, no reward. And then you have the Seven of Cups. So you may have trouble making a decision. Just trust in your intuition and your gut, and you'll make that right decision that you need to come up with. And then I've got for you Stardust. So you are made of stardust, and you are connected to everyone and everything. So just know how special you are. And this did come in reverse. It makes me think maybe that you need reminding yourself how special you are, self-care, self-love, and just know that you've got this. You can handle whatever comes your way. And then from the Ocean's Wisdom, I've got the Siren's Serenade. It says, embrace the rhythm of life and let your movements flow with the currents of change. Right. So you've got some big change coming in as well. And I think it's going to be really good and amazing with this Fool and the Sun card as well. So that's what I got for you, Shining Love. Wish you all the best.
Yeah, Shining Love. I really feel like there are some really good changes coming in. If you've been worried or concerned about your finances, I feel like there's going to be improvement coming. And I feel like there's going to be some opportunities that come up between now and in the next 6 months. And they're saying go for it. So if, and of course, if you're aligned for it, but it might cause you to have to maybe step a little bit out of your comfort zone. However, I get that it will be really worth it. Energy. I really protect your energy, and again, who you let in and around. So if there's people that are bringing toxicity and drama to your life, really put the kibosh around it, because you, the energy around you, I see it so light and bright. You don't want outsiders dimming that light. And so really protecting your energy. And I got communicate. And so what I feel like with communicate is obviously, speaking your truth and whatnot. But I also feel like it's putting those better boundaries into place to protect your energy from anybody that is trying to bring it down. I do feel like you could be getting a call or an email from somebody that you haven't heard of in a while. Surrender your attachment to the results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the end results. Holding on too tightly for a desired outcome can sabotage it. And then I got fruits of labor. Like the sun ripening the crops, your efforts have matured into tangible success. I feel like major things are going to be opening up for you. It's finally time to reap the rewards of all you've so patiently and purposefully cultivated. I hope that helps. And Bella, I didn't see Bella. I did a shout out to her, and I don't see her. I seen Tanya donated, so we'll jump to Tanya, if that's okay, Scott.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Bella did say that she was here at 8 or at 5:35.
Oh, she's here.
Bella, I believe, is here. Yes.
Okay, so Bella, I told you that you were up next. We'll go to you, and then Tanya, we're going to make sure that we get you. Yeah. Thank you for catching that, Scott. Sometimes it's hard to watch both things. Can I please have a reading? Why my ears are ringing? Thank you. Oh, I love that. It's been a few months. Oh boy. Okay.
Well, I'm just going to talk my way through this one, Bella Kula, because, or Linda, I'm not sure what you want to be called there, but I'm just going to talk my way through this one because it's interesting cards. I'm thinking the Oracle might be pulling out more, so just kind of put this in the back of your mind. The Four of Cups is about missing an opportunity. You can see the opportunities right there on his head. So, and he's not paying any attention to it whatsoever. So this is making sure that you are listening to that ringing, I think, that is in your head. Then you got the Ten of Wands. This is having too much on you, being overwhelmed or overburdened. So I think that maybe there's a cautionary ringing, not that there's anything wrong with your ear, but just that that spirit is trying to tell you not to overwork and to slow down a little bit. And then you got the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. So if you do feel trapped or fear is creeping in there in some sort of way, it can come in all different forms, shapes, and sizes. If it does, just know that, good things are coming to you, and your freedom can change into peace. And then you don't have those swords around anymore. Again, they are illusions. The next card I got for you is the Squirrel's Nest. And it says, plan with care, build your nest for what matters, Nurture your hopes in safe, steady space. When you balance preparation with lighthearted trust, your intentions will thrive. Okay, so you got that. And then you got integrity with the unicorn. I am here to lead, not follow. So maybe it's calling you into a leadership role. I'm here to evolve, not stagnate. I'm here to thrive, not just survive. I embody this every day. That's just giving you an affirmation that you can use and hold on to. But I believe you're a leader, and I think that the ringing is a good thing. Um, just make sure you're paying attention to it when it happens and when it gets loudest. And that's when I think, the messages are going to be coming in the loudest as well. That's what I got.
I feel similar to what Scott has just said. I feel like you are going through a huge ascension, Linda. And so when we do these, oftentimes our ears will ring, and sometimes it can be a few months that we're going through this ascension, and a person can feel dizzy, a person can have flu-like symptoms, feel fatigued. However, Scott and I aren't doctors, and so if you feel like you should get that checked out, please get it checked out.
Yeah.
But I'm with Scott. I feel too like it's your angels, your guides, just really trying to get your attention. And because I pulled synchronicities, and so really pay attention to the synchronicities around you that are happening. Whether it's numbers, if it's music, billboards, animals. Just really pay attention to if a book falls off the shelf, because like Scott said, they're trying to get your attention, and so a lot of times they'll do that with the ringing in the ear, and then you're going through an upgrade too. So I feel like that is just really made it much worse. Then I pulled surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. And so when I looked at this card, the first thing I saw was spirit. And so to me, it's the spirit, your spirit guides, your helpers, your angels, just giving you those nudges and just letting you know that we're here, and they're wanting you to pay attention. I hope that helps. And we will jump to Tanya.
And Tanya, if you don't mind me asking, can you just tell us your status? Are you single, in a relationship, married? What is your status?
Oh boy, I'm far behind on the comments.
Hey, Judy. You're single, interested in someone. Okay.
Okay. And Eve, you're next. Eve is next. And then Harley, Liz, and Empress of Tarot, and Nivra. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. Tanya, the first card that you got is the Five of Swords. So this can mean that there's someone that is being a little bit conceited or is being, irresponsible, or even, just being disrespectful to you, the best way to do is to go the other direction if you can. If you can't, if it's like home or work, you need to speak your truth out of filtered love. So don't just let them, you know, braze by unless it's, something that is not really directed at you, um, singularly. Then you got the 13, that's death. So you got the death card as well. And this is not a literal death. So this is just you coming into your own and changing, transformation, transition. So you've got a big change coming up. You got the Two of Pentacles. Make sure you balance that out. Since we're talking about love here, I think that you're going to have some ups and downs with this person that you're interested in. You're going to maybe think that they're interested in you one minute and they're not the next. You got the Three of Pentacles. This can be your friends helping you out with the situation. And then you got the Five of Cups. So this is looking on the downside of things because you may be hurt by something that this person does. So I just think be careful, and whatever you do, base your relationship off of a friendship. Okay, that's the most important thing. Then you got the Chalice. And it says, you are worthy of fullness and flow. Open your heart to receive what life is ready to offer you. In balance and trust, your spirit will thrive. Right? So trust in yourself that you're going to be making the right decisions and using your intuition and your gut. And then the next one I got for you is expansion. So I do feel like you're going to be expanding your friendship field with other people, and there's more friends that are going to be coming in here within a couple of months. And then the last card I got for you is trust the journey. So just trust that, spirit is going to bring in the right people at the right time. I think it's going to be a friend first, which is important. So they might already be there now. So, and you're thinking of them as an acquaintance or a friend. Just take it easy, trust the journey, and I think that everything will turn out the way that it is supposed to. Try to release your outcome so that source can give you an even bigger surprise at the end. Okay. So that's what I got for you, Tanya.
Tanya, I really feel like by summer that things that you may have found the I'm not going to say the right person, but I'm going to say that you've found somebody that you are having fun with and connecting with. And I pulled new perspective. When the light changes, so does the landscape. Try viewing the situation through a different lens and stay open to the wisdom that comes when you dare to look from a different angle. And I love this card because it's sometimes we look at our challenges as being a problem, rather than looking at them as gifts and tools. And so really changing your perspective on things, where sometimes it can be just the knowledge that we learn from them too. And like Scott said, he said trust. I pulled the trust card, to trust the timing, to let go of your worries. I got surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And so, and then with it, I was just, letting go of those worries of sometimes, we definitely want to be in a different place, maybe where we're at, and just really being present and loving where you're at. And then I got surrender to procrastination. Now is the time to jump in on a goal instead of putting it off. So take action will attract success. So putting yourself out there, we can't stay at home in our house and unless we're online. If we're online, on a dating service, we can be at home online to find somebody. But even so, we have to go online to put ourselves out there. So let yourself be seen. And what I'll always say to anybody looking for love is the most important thing is we have to love on ourselves a lot. So throw that rose quartz in your pocket, put it on your nightstand, and yeah, I hope that helps, Tanya. Okay, next up we have Harley. Harley, are you still here?
Hey, Marilla.
Hi, Marilla. Thank you for being here. Harley, are you still here?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Here we are. Last month, I kept having dreams that signified abundance. Is there truth to these dreams? What are the changes that are about to present themselves? Thank you.
All right. So, Harley, I've got that there are good things going to come in. It's just not quite time yet. You did get the Emperor, and the Emperor is just they're saying that you need to take control of, your home, your job, whatever it is, and have organization and leadership. So that's coming in first, and then your abundance is coming in. So it might just not be time yet. You might need to get some things in order before the abundance can come in. So maybe getting rid of some things, using your leadership and getting rid of some things so some new things can come in, like the sun, which is vitality, joy, and success. And then you got the 7 of coins or pentacles. And this is saying that it is going to come to you, but it's just not time yet. So I think that the changes, first of all, are joy and abundance is coming to you, but I think it's not quite time. So, but I think there is truth to the dreams, and you're going to get there. You got boundaries as well. So make sure you have your boundaries up. I think that's just a hint from spirit. And then your spirit guides are near. Seek their guidance. So if you're, still complexed about it, ask your spirit guides for their guidance to help you through. And I think that, you're going to see abundance sooner than later, but it's not quite time. That's what I got.
Harley, thank you for your question. And I too, what I'm picking up right now is that right now you are like in a healing, like recovery period. And so I feel like you are doing a lot of work while you're sleeping, and you could very well be waking up just absolutely exhausted, because I feel like you're working through some past life stuff, and you're healing stuff from this lifetime and past lifetimes. I pulled release blocks, and so that too I feel like is the work that you're doing in your sleep when you're sleeping at night, and so that will show up during the day. And I feel like that's the recovery period that you're in, is that you're working on doing this work right now in order for the abundance to come in. And I really feel like you have people on the other side, family members, friends and family members, that are really advocating and guiding you and really helping you along. this card is a heavy burden. And it says you're carrying the unbearable weight of obligations, responsibilities, and inner battles. But you hear this, not all loads are yours to carry. And we can all be guilty of taking on others' stuff, especially, with you being an empath and a sensitive, we tend to take other people's crud on. So really, again, putting up better boundaries so these people don't block that flow of abundance to come in. But I feel like it's coming in. I just feel like there's just a little bit more healing work that it's just like a little recovery period that you're going through. But I would, if I was you, with this abundance, because this is manifesting itself, I would take a bay leaf and write on there exactly how you want, there's not a lot of room on a bay leaf, but if you could shorten it to put on the bay leaf exactly how it is that you want the abundance to come into your life, and then just put, thank you, thank you, thank you on the back and put it under your pillow. And I feel like that could really speed things up for you. So I hope that helps, Harley. And next up, we have Liz, and I know Liz is here. And then we have Empress of Tarot and Nibra. So Liz and right here. Here we are. Thank you, Liz, for being here. Should I be working more on learning tarot or physical healing more? Great question.
I've got, why not do both, Liz? So I've got the King of Cups. This is emotional balance and emotional control. So this, I think, is healing, and it can be physical healing as well, because you're physically healing your body if you are limiting the things that you're saying and doing so that you have emotional balance. It helps balance out other things in your life, including physical healing. Then you have the Page of Coins, and this is the manifesting page. So manifest what it is that you want. And if you want to learn tarot, manifest that and start studying a little bit here and there, and then do your healing as well. And then you got the Four of Wands. So I think it will turn out to be something happy, a celebration, when you get to the point where you are doing both. So I've got both. Your oracle cards say dream weaver, weave dreams into reality. So again, both. And then the last card I got for you, if I can get to it, says stop pleasing others. Ooh, there's a big one. Stop pleasing others. So make sure you're taking care of yourself first, and then maybe tarot after that. I think the healing's more important, but I think you can do both at one time. Maybe not the same, second, but you're doing, you're healing, and then you're taking a break, and you can learn tarot, and then you can go back and do the healing. But the healing first, tarot second. That's what I got.
And Liz, I'm with Scott. I pulled these cards and I'm looking at them, and I'm getting that there's no reason why you can't do both. But I feel like the thought of maybe doing both gives you a little bit of anxiety, and could be making you, maybe your tummy even a little bit nauseous. But they're saying she can do it. She can do it. However, I'm with Scott. I feel like it's important to focus on the healing and then the tarot. But I do feel like you could combine the tarot or even oracle with your healing. And I pulled, and this is why I say both, is I pulled the card. It says knowledge. Knowledge is power. And so, it's never too late to keep learning more healing skills, cards, whatever it is that you're being nudged to do, Liz. Really follow that intuition. And then I got surrender your fear to change. And it says the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of change in your job, your health, your relationship, or fear of aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. And so that's where I think I'm picking up, where I'm feeling like nausea in your tummy. And it could be just that, a tad bit of fear, the anxiety of trying to incorporate it, and just wanting some guidance on what path to go down. And so I hope this, kind of helps you, and know that you can do both. And Liz is an amazing healer, and I think to incorporate more ways of doing that, I think is just an added bonus, Liz. So I hope that helps you. And then we have Empress right here, and then Naira, we'll get to you. So Naira's next. If Naira, if you're still here, if you could just let us know.
Eve is still in the chat asking
yes. Oh my gosh. You know what, Eve, we're gonna go to you right now. Yep. Thank you, Scott, for you guys. I haven't been in the chat, so yes, Eve, I'm so sorry about that. And then Empress, and then Naira. Naira, if you could let us know that you're here. We know Eve is here, and I apologize, Scott. So thank you for keeping your eye on.
Oh no, you're fine. No problem. Well, thank you for your feedback, Eve. And you've got another amazing reader. Whoops, over here. If she'll look up, another amazing reader.
Oh, thank you.
All right. And she says, it's okay, sweetheart. Thank you, Eve.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. We wouldn't have ended the show without giving you a reading by any means.
Right. I've got the Six of Swords for you. So the advice would be that you're on the right track. This is going from muddy waters to clear waters. So you're headed in the right direction, I think. You do have a couple of sword cards that come in, though, as well. Well, this is a sword card, too. You got all swords. Swords are thoughts in your head. So you're going places in the right direction, but you have some speed bumps that are coming into your head and changing your thought process that maybe you can't make it. So Nine of Swords is anxiety, insomnia. So just know that you could change these into positive vibrations. Ask Archangel Metatron to help you change them. Do a little bit of shadow work with getting 2 of these negative sword cards. You need to change those around. This is, regret and worry. So try to change this, as well as the 9, into feeling, good vibrations, happiness, and just being on the right track, because I think you really are. But you got to get out of your head. With all 3 of those being swords, got to get out of your head some, the ego, and get into your heart and know what the truth really is. Yes, you were crying all day. Yeah, because you're focusing on things that seem like they're real, but they're really not. You can change them. They're usually fear, false evidence appearing real. Okay. You did get the Guardian Star, which I love for you. It says Guardian Star, Guardian of the Ocean, providing you with protection and strength. Feel safe and peaceful. There you go. Feel safe and peaceful because you are. You're protected by the Guardian Star, by Archangel Michael. Call him in as well if you feel like you need more protection. And then you got a forgotten dream will resurface. Pursue it. So there's something new that's coming in for you. And yeah, just change those vibes as you know, sit with your fear, change them, and then let that go. Release that into something positive. And you know what? I just want to say something real quick. Your picture is all pink. And when I was learning about the tarot and about, you know, spirituality, there's a saying that, you know, when you need to release something or someone, what you can do is you can see that person, imagine them there standing beside you, then put them in a pink bubble, right? And let them go and say, thank you for the lesson that you taught me. I'm now releasing you. So I'm going to leave you with that, Eve.
I love that, Scott.
Thank you.
Eve, I think you mentioned earlier about people that you had to put up better boundaries. I still feel like there could be people. How do I say this? People that are taking away your power, or you're giving away your power, and you are an amazing human being, Eve, and you know, I'm glad you put up better boundaries, but I feel like some people just don't really have your best interests at heart. And so I know you mentioned a couple people, but I think there could be more that maybe need a little bit better boundaries. Because I just heard, you know, the whole snapping of the finger. So meaning to get on that and really look at it and accept help. And so, you know, being here in this community, you know, this community is so helpful, and a person can lean in and feel comfortable sharing without any judgment. And so really, you know, whether it's help from, you know, family or friends, somebody to talk to, somebody to lean on, I really feel like that's really important. And then I got cleansing. And so, you know, we all kind of have our ways of how we cleanse. You know, it could be with sage, it could be Palo Santo, it can be just even using you know, a tuning fork to clear your energy. And I would recommend cutting your cords too, because I feel like there are some cords between you and these people and situations that have, and so just, you know, you can imagine Archangel Michael's sword and cutting cords, I think would be very freeing for you, and it's going to lighten the energy around you. And then always remember, you know, protection. If you have to be in contact with people that are toxic, to put that bubble of protection around yourself too, so that their energy cannot penetrate into your auric field. And you know, even incense, there's like frankincense and myrrh. That's a good one just to kind of help clear your energy too. And then I got surrender your desire to control people. However, I feel like this is the people trying to control you. And so I feel like they're being over controlling and can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give this situation some breathing room, which you're doing. And so I feel like this is just your validation, but I feel like just really taking care of your emotional well-being right now is really important. So, whether it's treating yourself a movie night, but just really loving hard extra on yourself, Eve, I feel like is really, really important right now. So I hope that helps. And we have Empress.
Kelly, I don't know if you want people to be present for the reading or not.
Yes, I do.
But because I have not seen Empress for quite a while.
Okay.
So, Empress, if you're here, please let us know, please. Please,
And
please.
and then next would be Nivra. If
I'm pretty sure Nivra is here.
I'm pretty sure she is too. So you know what? Why don't we jump to her because we know she's here.
Okay.
And was it just a general? I think it was just a general reading I missed from you.
Is it a general, Nivra?
Oh my gosh, I'm so far up. Nivra.
Oh, there we go. I wondered if my friend would help me find a new place to live. It just came in.
Oh, here we are. Okay. Got it.
Never, this is a bit of a third party for me just because I can't tell you what your friend is going to do or say or feel or what their actions are going to be. But I can look over, your higher self, that your higher self should have the answers anyway. Even though you probably don't think that you do, you have them. So I'm getting, you got the Fool, and this is an opportunity to take. And I think that it's an opportunity for a new place to live. And you said she's offered to help. So I think that she would help you based upon what I'm getting from your higher self. You got the Knight of Swords, though. So this is going real fast energy. So I always say slow down and make your decisions, a little bit more precisely instead of snap decisions. Okay. With finding a new place to live. And then you got the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling alone and lost. So if you're feeling this way, just know that you've got good things coming to you, and to look at the light at the end of the tunnel. You also have some butterflies and I believe a dragonfly up here for transformation. So a big change is happening for you. I think you're finding a new place to live. So just take your time, though. The next card I got is Duality. Ooh, so this is two people. Don't lose your vigilance. Do not forget about the dual nature of people. So this is two people. So I think, yes, it's going to be helping you. And the last card I got says a sacred ritual will bring you clarity and insight. So maybe doing something, if you have an altar, Nivra, I don't know if you have an altar. So you could do that, build a new altar, or if you have one, change it up and have a place where you're doing rituals, where you're bringing in your manifestations. Okay. and my breathing is terrible with the mold here. Okay, yeah, so you need to get out, and I think that it's a good thing that you are getting out. I think this is getting out fast, so, and I think you'll have help. So that's what I got.
Yeah. First card I get is take action, and so you're aware of it and you're on it, and that's a good thing because mold and lung issues can happen so fast. Second card I get is ask for help from others, and so I would put the word out there that you're looking for a place, that you need help, and I feel like this friend can help, but it's never a bad idea to put out feelers to more than one person to know that you're being covered. I get that it's going to be a success, that you're going to find a place, and I feel like within the next few months you'll have moved and you will be in a different place, which is really good because you don't want to be staying in conditions like that. So I hope that helps. And Scott, thank you, and thank you everybody for sharing your time with us and just being so supportive to everybody in chat and hanging out with Scott and I. We really appreciate it. And, do you have anything coming up, Scott?
Well, I first just want to thank you. I really appreciate you having me and you coming on after the news you got, and you're just a brave soul and a wonderful friend. So I want to say that first of all. I do have a live with Diane G coming up. And Diane, if you're still in the chat, hi there, and I haven't forgotten about you. It's going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. on my channel, the 24th. So that's the most recent. I've got Judy and Judy's Healing Fire on the 26th at 7 as well. So yeah, we'll have a few lives coming up. So thank you for asking. What about you, Kelly?
Tomorrow I have the Dream Show at 4:00 with Ellie and Terry and Diana at 4:00 Pacific time, and that's every Tuesday. And then on Thursday I am live on Kelly's channel, and we have the Kelly Show that we are doing once a month, and that is on Thursday. So yeah, that's and I believe I have to check in with Terry. I think we might have a show on Friday, but I know she's leaving on vacation too, so I got to check with her. And so yeah, thank you, Scott, so very, very much. I sure appreciate your time, and I look forward to our readings together. It's so much fun because they always coincide or mirror each other. And so
right.
it's so cool. So.
Oh, I wanted to tell Mona Lee, thank you so much for your gift. She bought me some pillows because I had to put them on my wish list because Milo peed on my pillow. So, so he's okay. He's fine. But he was having a little jealousy moment and peed all over actually 2 of my pillows. So I didn't have any, and Mona Lee just sent me one, and it's very nice. So thank you, Mona Lee.
That was so kind, Mona Lee. That was so nice. Yeah.
Very sweet.
Well, you guys, everybody take care. Love on yourself and others, and we will see everybody soon. Thanks again, Scott.
Thank you, Kelly.